Have you ever found yourself trapped in a cycle of pain and suffering, feeling as though the weight of the world is bearing down upon you? It's a common experience, one that many of us face at some point in our lives. But what if I told you that there's a way to break free from this cycle? A way to tap into an incredible power that lies dormant within you, waiting to be unleashed. This power is the ability to act as if nothing can hurt you. It's a mindset, a way of being that allows you to face any challenge, overcome any obstacle, and achieve any dream, no matter how impossible it may seem. And the best part, you already possess this power. It's not something you need to acquire or learn. It's an inherent part of who you are. But how do you access this power? How do you begin to live your life as if nothing can hurt you? The answer lies in your imagination. Your mind is a potent tool capable of shaping your reality and transforming your experience. By harnessing the force of your imagination, you can begin to see yourself as an unshakable being, immune to the slings and arrows of life's challenges. Imagine for a moment that you are a mountain, standing tall and strong against the elements. The winds may howl, the rain may pour, but you remain steadfast and immovable. This is the essence of acting as if nothing can hurt you. It's about embodying a sense of inner strength and resilience that allows you to weather any storm. But it's not just about imagining yourself as a mountain. It's about bringing that feeling into your daily life. It's about walking through the world with the confidence and certainty of someone who knows that their dreams are inevitable. When you radiate this unshakable belief, the universe has no choice. I invite you to take a moment right now and ask yourself, what would your life look like if you truly believed that nothing could hurt you? What dreams would you pursue? What challenges would you face head on? Allow yourself to sink into that feeling, to embody that sense of invincibility. And then, carry that feeling with you as you move through your day. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that our suffering is caused by external factors, isn't it? We point to the challenges in our lives, the difficult people we encounter, or the unfair circumstances we face and say, this is why I'm in pain. This is why I'm struggling. But what if I told you that this belief is nothing more than an illusion? The truth is, our suffering is not caused by the external world. It's a creation of our own mind. We give power to the things that happen to us, allowing them to dictate our emotions and shape our reality. But in doing so, we forget one fundamental truth. Nothing has the power to hurt us. Think about it for a moment. When something challenging happens in your life, how do you typically respond? Do you react with anger, frustration, or despair? Do you allow yourself to get caught up in a spiral of negative emotions, believing that the situation has the power to control your happiness and well-being? If so, you are not alone. It's a common human tendency to give our power away to external circumstances. But the reality is, we have a choice in how we respond to the challenges we face. We can choose to see them as obstacles that have the power to hurt us, or we can choose to view them as opportunities for growth and transformation. When we begin to understand that our suffering is an illusion, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We start to see that we are the creators of our own reality and that we have the power to shape our experiences through the thoughts we think and the beliefs we hold. This isn't to say that challenges and difficulties won't arise in our lives. They most certainly will. But when we recognize that our suffering is a product of our own mind, we can begin to approach these challenges from a place of empowerment rather than victimhood. So, how do we break free from the illusion of suffering? It starts with awareness. By simply recognizing that our pain is not caused by external factors, we begin to shift our perspective. We start to see that we have a choice in how we respond to the challenges we face, and that we can choose to approach them with a sense of resilience. But it's not just about awareness. It's also about taking action. It's about consciously choosing to let go of the belief that the world has the power to hurt us, and instead embracing the idea that we are the creators of our own reality. It's about focusing our energy and attention on the things that bring us joy, rather than dwelling on the things that bring us pain. This isn't always easy, of course. It takes practice and persistence to break free from the illusion of suffering. But the more we commit to this path, the more we begin to see that our true power lies within us. We start to understand that we are not victims of our circumstances, but rather the architects of our own lives. What if you chose to let go of the belief that the world had the power to hurt you? What if you embraced the idea that your suffering is merely an illusion, and that you have the power to create a reality that aligns with your deepest desires and dreams? It may feel challenging at first, but I promise you, the rewards are immeasurable. When you begin to live your life from a place of empowerment and resilience, you open yourself up to a world of endless possibility. You start to see challenges as opportunities for growth, and you begin to approach life with a sense of excitement and anticipation, knowing that you have the power to shape your own destiny. So, how do we tap into this incredible power of resilience? How do we begin to live our lives as if nothing can hurt us? The answer lies within your own mind, in the remarkable tool of your imagination. Your imagination is not just a source of childlike wonder or idle daydreams. It is a potent force, capable of shaping your reality and transforming your experiences. When you harness the power of your imagination, you unlock the ability to create a world that aligns with your deepest desires and aspirations. Think back to a time when you faced a seemingly insurmountable challenge. Perhaps it was a difficult project at work, a strained relationship, or a personal struggle that felt overwhelming. In those moments, it's easy to feel helpless, to believe that the situation has the power to defeat us. But what if, instead of succumbing to those feelings of powerlessness, you chose to use your imagination to rewrite the story? Close your eyes for a moment and visualize yourself as an unshakable being. See yourself standing tall and strong, immune to the slings and arrows of life's challenges. Imagine yourself rising above adversity, meeting every obstacle with unwavering faith and determination. Picture yourself as a beacon of resilience, a force to be reckoned with. As you hold this image in your mind, notice how your body begins to respond. Your shoulders may straighten, your chest may expand, and your breathing may become deeper and more relaxed. This is the physical manifestation of the power of your imagination. By visualizing yourself as a resilient being, you begin to embody those qualities in your everyday life. But the power of imagination goes beyond just visualization. It's about actively reshaping your world through the thoughts you think and the beliefs you hold. When you imagine yourself as a person who's capable of overcoming any challenge, you begin to act in ways that align with that belief. You start to take bold action, to push past your comfort zone, and to embrace the unknown with courage and conviction. This isn't about denying the existence of challenges or pretending that difficulties don't. It's about choosing to approach those challenges from a place of strength and resilience. It's about recognizing that no matter what life throws your way, you have the power within you to rise. And the more you practice harnessing the power of your imagination, the more natural it becomes. You start to see challenges as opportunities for growth and transformation, rather than obstacles to be feared or avoided. You begin to approach life with a sense of curiosity and excitement, knowing that you have the tools within you to create a reality that aligns with your deepest desires. But don't just take my word for it. I invite you to experience the power of your imagination for yourself. The next time you find yourself facing a challenge, take a moment to close your eyes and visualize yourself as an unshakable being. See yourself rising above the difficulty, meeting it with unwavering faith and determination. Notice how your body responds, how your mind begins to shift, and how your perspective starts to change. And as you go through your day, continue to harness the power of your imagination. Visualize yourself as a person who is capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Imagine yourself as a force for positive change in the world, inspiring others through your resilience and strength. Remember, your imagination is not just a tool for escapism or fantasy. It is a powerful force that can transform your reality and help you create a life that is filled with joy, purpose, and fulfillment. So embrace the power of your imagination and watch as your world begins to shift in miraculous ways. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever found yourself daydreaming about a goal or a desire that feels so real, so tangible, that you can almost taste it. Perhaps it's a dream job, a loving relationship, or a personal achievement that you've been longing for. In those moments, you feel a sense of excitement and possibility, as if the universe is conspiring to make your dreams a reality. This is the power of assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled. It's not just about visualizing your goals or imagining yourself as a resilient being. It's about embodying the emotional state of already having achieved your deepest desire. When you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you begin to vibrate at a higher frequency. You start to radiate an energy of confidence, certainty, and unwavering belief. You walk through life with a spring in your step, knowing that nothing can stand in the way of your dreams. But how do you cultivate this feeling? How do you begin to live as if your wishes have already come true? It starts with a simple shift in perspective. Instead of focusing on what you lack or what you have yet to achieve, focus on the abundance and blessings that are already present in your life. Take a moment to reflect on the things you're grateful for. Perhaps it's your health, your loved ones, or the opportunities that have come your way. As you focus on these blessings, allow yourself to feel a sense of deep appreciation and joy. Notice how your body responds, how your heart begins to open, and how your mind starts to quiet. From this place of gratitude, begin to imagine yourself living the life of your dreams. See yourself waking up each morning with a sense of purpose and excitement, knowing that you are living in alignment with your deepest desires. Visualize yourself taking bold action towards your goals, meeting each challenge with confidence and grace. As you hold this vision in your mind, allow yourself to feel the emotions that come with it. Feel the joy, the excitement, the sense of fulfillment that comes with living a life that is truly aligned with your purpose. Allow these feelings to wash over you, to fill every cell of your being. And as you go through your day, continue to embody this feeling of your wish fulfilled. Act as if your dreams have already come true, as if there is no obstacle too great to overcome. Radiate the confidence and certainty of someone who knows that their success is inevitable. When you live from this place of unwavering belief, something incredible begins to happen. The universe starts to align itself with your vision. Opportunities begin to appear seemingly out of nowhere. People and resources start to show up in your life as if by magic. This isn't to say that challenges won't arise or that difficulties won't come your way. But when you live from a place of assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you approach these challenges with a sense of resilience and determination. You know that no matter what happens, you have the power within you to overcome any obstacle and to create the life of your dreams. But don't just take my word for it. I invite you to experience the power of assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled for yourself. Take a moment right now to close your eyes and imagine yourself living the life you've always dreamed of. Feel the joy, the excitement, the sense of purpose that comes with living in alignment with your deepest desires. And as you go through your day, continue to embody this feeling. Act as if your dreams have already come true, as if there is no force in the universe that can stop you from achieving your goals. Radiate the confidence and certainty of someone who knows that their success is inevitable. Remember, when you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you open yourself up to a world of limitless possibilities. You begin to live from a place of abundance and joy, knowing that the universe is conspiring to make your dreams a reality. So embrace this feeling and watch as your life begins to transform in miraculous ways. Of course, the path to living a life of resilience and unwavering belief is not always a smooth one. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when the challenges you face seem insurmountable. In these times, it's easy to feel discouraged, to question whether you have what it takes to persevere. But I want you to remember something. Your ability to persist in the face of adversity is a testament. It's a reflection of the incredible power that lies within you, the power to overcome any obstacle and to achieve any dream. When you find yourself facing a setback or a challenge, it's important to shift your perspective. Instead of seeing these moments as failures or defeats, choose to view them as opportunities for growth and transformation. Every obstacle you encounter is a chance to learn, to evolve, to become a stronger and more resilient version of yourself. Think about a time in your life when you faced a seemingly surmountable challenge. Perhaps it was a personal struggle, a professional setback, or a moment of deep uncertainty. In those moments, it's natural to feel fear, to doubt yourself and your abilities. But what if, instead of succumbing to those feelings of self-doubt, you chose to lean into your faith? What if you embraced the idea that no matter how difficult the path may seem, you have the strength and the resilience to keep moving forward? When you cultivate a sense of unwavering faith in yourself and your abilities, something incredible begins to happen. You start to approach challenges with a sense of curiosity and excitement, knowing that each obstacle is simply a stepping stone on the path to greatness. You begin to trust in the journey, even when the destination is unclear. You start to see setbacks as opportunities for growth, and you approach each day with a sense of purpose and determination. And as you persist in this unwavering faith, you begin to notice something else. The universe starts to conspire in your favor. Doors begin to open, opportunities start to appear, and the path ahead becomes clearer and more certain. This isn't to say that the journey will be easy. There will be moments of doubt, moments of fear, and moments when you question whether you have what it takes to keep going. But in these moments, I invite you to remember the incredible power that lies within you. Remember that you are a being of limitless potential, capable of overcoming any obstacle and achieving any dream. Remember that your ability to persevere is a reflection of your strength, your resilience, and your unwavering faith in yourself. And most importantly, remember that you are never alone on this journey. There are countless others who have walked this path before you, who have faced the same challenges and emerged stronger and more resilient on the other side. So when you find yourself facing a setback or a moment of doubt, I invite you to lean into your faith. Embrace the idea that every obstacle is an opportunity for growth, and trust in the journey even when the path ahead is unclear. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who support you, and who inspire you to keep moving forward. Seek out mentors and guides who can offer wisdom and guidance along the way. And above all, never lose sight of the incredible power that lies within you. Remember that you are a force to be reckoned with, a being of limitless potential and unshakable resilience. So keep persisting, keep believing, and keep moving forward. Trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor, and know that nothing can deter your chosen path. With unwavering faith and a commitment to growth and transformation, there is no limit to what you can achieve. The mirror principle states that the world around you is a reflection of your inner state. In other words, the thoughts, beliefs, and emotions that you hold within yourself are projected outward, shaping the reality that you experience. When you think about it, this principle makes perfect sense. Have you ever noticed how, when you're feeling positive and optimistic, the world seems to respond in kind? Opportunities appear, people are drawn to your energy, and life feels filled with possibility and joy. On the other hand, when you're stuck in a negative or fearful mindset, the world can feel like a hostile and challenging place. Obstacles seem insurmountable, relationships feel strained, and it can be difficult to see the path forward. The truth is, your inner world is the lens through which you experience the outer world. When you change your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions, your external reality begins to shift in harmony with your inner state. This is why the practice of embodying unshakable resilience is so powerful. When you cultivate a sense of inner strength and unwavering faith, you begin to project that energy outward. You become a beacon of inspiration, a living example of what is possible when we choose to rise above our limitations. And as you embody this resilience, something incredible begins to happen. The people around you start to respond to your energy. They feel uplifted and inspired by your presence, and they begin to see their own challenges and obstacles in a new light. In this way, your inner transformation has a ripple effect on the world around you. By embodying the qualities of resilience and strength, you create a positive feedback loop, attracting more of those qualities into your life and inspiring others to do the same. But the mirror principle doesn't just apply to your interactions with others. It also reflects back to you the beliefs and attitudes that you hold about yourself. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see a person who is capable, resilient, and worthy of love and success? Or do you see someone who is limited, flawed, and undeserving? The way you see yourself is a reflection of your inner beliefs and attitudes. And just as the world around you responds to your energy, your own self-image shapes the reality that you experience. That's why it's so important to cultivate a positive, empowering self-image. When you see yourself as a being of limitless potential, capable of overcoming any obstacle and achieving any dream, you begin to act in accordance with that belief. You take bold action. You embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. And you trust in the journey, even when the path ahead is uncertain. And as you continue to embody this unshakable resilience and unwavering faith in yourself, you become a living example of what is possible. You inspire others to see themselves in a new light, to embrace their own potential, and to rise above their limitations. Living in the end means imagining that you have already achieved your wildest dreams, that you are already living the life you desire. It's about embracing the feelings of joy, fulfillment, and invincibility that come with this realization, and allowing those feelings to guide your actions and decisions in the present moment. When you live in the end, you shift your focus from what is lacking in your life to what is already abundant. You begin to see challenges and obstacles as opportunities for growth and transformation, rather than barriers to your success. But living in the end is not just about positive thinking or wishful thinking. It's about aligning yourself with the infinite possibilities that await you and taking inspired action to bring those possibilities into reality. So what does it feel like to live in the end? Close your eyes for a moment and imagine that you have already achieved everything you've ever wanted. Imagine that you are living a life of purpose, passion, and abundance, surrounded by people who love and support you unconditionally. Feel the joy and excitement that comes with waking up each day, knowing that you are living your deepest desires. Feel the sense of fulfillment and satisfaction that comes with making a positive impact on the world around you. As you hold this vision in your mind, notice how your body responds. Your shoulders may relax, your breathing may deepen, and a smile may begin to spread across your face. This is the feeling of living in the end, of aligning yourself with the infinite possibilities that await you. But living in the end is not just about feeling good in the moment. It's about allowing those feelings to guide your actions and decisions in the present. When you live in the end, you begin to make choices that are in alignment with your deepest desires and most authentic self. You start to take risks, to step outside your comfort zone, and to pursue your dreams with a sense of passion and purpose. You begin to attract people and opportunities into your life that are in harmony with your vision, and you trust in the journey, even when the path ahead is uncertain. And as you continue to live in the end, something incredible begins to happen. Your external reality starts to shift to match your internal state. The dreams and desires that once seemed out of reach begin to manifest in your life, and you find yourself living a life that is beyond your wildest imagination. But living in the end is not a one-time event. It's a daily practice, a way of being in the world that requires consistent effort and intention. It's about choosing to focus on what you want, rather than what you don't want, and trusting that the universe is conspiring in your favor. Today I invite you to step into your power and embrace the transformative magic of acting as if nothing can hurt you. This is not about denying the existence of challenges or obstacles, but rather about choosing to approach them from a place of unshakable resilience and unwavering faith. Release the illusion of suffering, the belief that external circumstances have the power to dictate your happiness and well-being. Recognize that you are the master of your own reality, and that you have the power to shape your experiences through the thoughts you think and the beliefs you hold. Harness the power of your imagination and visualize yourself as a being of limitless potential, capable of overcoming any obstacle and achieving any dream. Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and allow that feeling to guide your actions and decisions in the present moment. Persist in the face of adversity, knowing that every challenge is an opportunity for growth and transformation. Embrace the idea that setbacks are merely stepping stones on the path to greatness, and trust in the journey, even when the path ahead is uncertain. Remember, the world is your mirror. reflecting back to you the strength and resilience that already lies within. By embodying the qualities of unshakable resilience and unwavering faith, you become a beacon of inspiration, inspiring others to rise above their own limitations. Live in the end, imagining that you have already achieved your wildest dreams and desires. Embrace the feelings of joy, fulfillment, and invincibility that come with this realization, and allow those feelings to guide your actions in the present moment. As you embrace this newfound invincibility, watch as your life unfolds in miraculous ways. Doors will open, opportunities will arise, and the universe will conspire in your favor, bringing you the experiences and relationships that align with your deepest desires and most authentic self. The power to create an unshakable existence lies within you. It's a power that has always been there, waiting to be unleashed. So seize it, cherish it, and let it guide you to a life beyond your wildest dreams. But don't just take my word for it. I invite you to experience this transformative magic for yourself. Take a moment right now to close your eyes and imagine yourself as a being of limitless potential, capable of overcoming any obstacle and achieving any dream. Feel the joy, the excitement, and the sense of invincibility that comes with this realization. Allow those feelings to wash over you, filling every cell of your being with the unshakable conviction that nothing can stand in your way. And as you go through your day, carry this feeling with you. Let it guide your actions, your decisions, and your interactions with the world around you. Trust in the journey, and know that the universe is conspiring in your favor, bringing you the experiences and opportunities that align with your deepest desire. So step into your power, embrace your invincibility, and let your light shine for all the world to see. The life of your dreams is waiting for you, and it all starts with a single choice, the choice to act as if nothing can hurt you.
Imagine standing in the reality of your dreams before it is physically manifested. Imagine holding the emotions of fulfillment, joy, and gratitude, as though your desire were already yours. This is the secret most overlooked, the key to transforming your imagination into your reality. The power to create lies in your ability to feel it before you have it, to embody the life you desire, and to awaken the truth that your inner state defines your outer world. Everything begins within. The world you experience is a reflection of the thoughts, beliefs, and emotions that reside in your inner world. What you see externally is an echo of what you've been nurturing internally, whether consciously or unconsciously. The key to transforming your outer reality lies in understanding that the power to create is not in the physical world, but in your ability to shape your mental and emotional states. When you learn to recognize the true nature of reality, that it is born from within, you can begin to take control of your life direction. And your mind is a powerful creative force, and your internal world is where everything starts. If you want to change your outer world, you must first shift your inner environment. This is where the magic happens. The external world is simply a mirror of the images you hold in your mind, the feelings you cultivate in your heart, and the beliefs you reinforce daily. When you change the way you think and feel, you create a new experience. Every change in your world starts with a change in your perception and emotional state. This principle is simple but profound. When you alter your inner state, how you feel, what you believe, and how you see yourself in the world, your external world must follow. It may not happen instantly, but the shift begins immediately within, and in time it will become reflected in your outer circumstances. By consciously choosing empowering thoughts and nurturing positive emotions, you begin to build a new reality, one that aligns with the desires you wish to manifest. It is this inner world of thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that holds the key to unlocking your true potential and creating the life you desire. Living in the end means you must train yourself to focus on the desired outcome as if it's already a present reality. It is a mindset that requires you to disregard the current circumstances and immerse yourself fully in the experience of already having what you desire. The key to mastering this practice is to understand that time is a construct, and the future is not something that is far away. It is a mental state that you can enter now, and once you do, the external world begins to adjust to reflect that inner state. You live in the end, you no longer allow yourself to be distracted by the space between where you are now and where you want to be. Instead of focusing on the challenges or the obstacles in your way, you dwell in the feeling of already having succeeded. The state of fulfillment, peace, and accomplishment becomes your dominant emotional and mental state. In that state, you are no longer trying to make things happen. You are simply being, as though everything you desire is already a part of your life. This practice is not about waiting for the external world to catch up with you. It's about aligning yourself so fully with the end result that your entire energy shifts. Think of it like a radio, tuning into a specific frequency. If you are tuned into the frequency of success, abundance, or love, that's what you will draw into your experience. By living in the end, you align yourself with the highest version of what you desire, and that version of your reality must manifest. Most fortunately, it's inevitable. The trick to living in the end is to begin with the emotional state of already having what you want. You must ask yourself, how would I feel if my desire had already manifested? What would my day look like if everything I wanted had already arrived? If I were already living my dream life, what would I be doing right now? These questions invite you to step into that state, to embody the experience, as though it is happening in the present moment. This practice is not about waiting for physical evidence to appear first. It's about allowing yourself to feel the full emotional weight of what it would be like to already have everything you desire. This is what shifts your vibration and allows the law of attraction to work in your favor. The universe is always responding to your inner state. And when you are already feeling the joy and satisfaction of your desire fulfilled, you send out a powerful signal that attracts those exact circumstances into your life. The process of living in the end requires you to silence the voice of doubt and resist the temptation to focus on the lack you might currently see in your life. When you focus on what's missing, you only create more of it. Instead, you must choose to focus solely on the outcome you desire. Your mental and emotional state must be consistent with the end result, and your attention must remain there despite any temporary appearances or setbacks. In the area of psychological health, it is trusted that the will can also be of benefit and the weight-bearing, and despite any temporary appearances or setbacks. This does not mean ignoring practical steps or actions you might need to take, but it does mean that your mental state remains fixed on the successful outcome, regardless of the steps required. It's about trusting that the right actions will unfold naturally as a result of the state you are embodying. The most important part of living in the end is maintaining the belief that it is already done. The emotional state of having it all, right now, is the frequency that the universe responds to. And in that state, you become an unstoppable force. Ultimately, living in the end requires you to give up the illusion of lack and embrace the reality of abundance. When you do, everything begins to shift, and your life starts to unfold in alignment with that belief. The more you embody the end result, the more quickly it materializes in your physical world. It is through living in the end that you truly learn the secret of creation, feeling it before you see it. The key is to let go of the need for physical proof and trust that your inner state is what creates the world you experience. Emotion is the key to unlocking your desires. It is not simply the act of thinking about your goals, but the ability to feel them deeply, as if they are already a part of your present experience. Feelings are the language through which you communicate with the universe. They carry a frequency that aligns with the vibration of your desires, sending out a signal that attracts those desires to you. If you want to manifest anything in your life, the emotional component is what activates the law of attraction. Your thoughts and feelings work in tandem. but it is your emotions that hold the real power. Think about it. When you feel a strong emotion, your entire being is immersed in it. Whether it's joy, love, gratitude, or even fear, your emotions influence your actions, your choices, and the way you perceive the world around you. This is because emotions are energy in motion. They are powerful forces that shape your reality. When you feel the joy of achieving your goals, the universe picks up on that energy and matches it with circumstances that bring that joy into your life. The stronger the emotion, the more magnetic the energy becomes. This is why you cannot afford to simply think about your desires passively. You must engage with them emotionally. The feeling of already having what you desire is the most important part of the manifestation process. For example, if you want financial abundance, you need to feel the excitement, the peace, the freedom that comes with it. Don't wait for the money to show up in your bank account first. Feel it now. Imagine the relief and gratitude you would experience once you're financially free. How would it feel to never worry about money again? How would it feel to know that you are completely supported? These feelings are what create your reality. See? It's crucial to realize that emotions don't come from external circumstances. They are generated from within you. The circumstances you're waiting for are simply reflections of the emotional state you hold. If you are constantly in a state of lack, worry, or fear, the universe will reflect that back to you with more of the same. But if you shift your emotional state to one of abundance, joy, and gratitude, you align yourself with the energy of abundance, and the universe will respond by bringing you more reasons to be grateful. This is why emotional mastery is so important. It's not enough to just think about your dreams. You must embody the feelings associated with those dreams. When you practice feeling as if your desires are already fulfilled, you begin to program your subconscious mind to believe that they are. The subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between real experiences and vividly imagined ones. It acts upon whatever emotional states you reinforce. When you repeatedly feel the emotions of having your desires, your subconscious mind starts to align with that new reality, and as a result, your actions and experiences begin to reflect that inner shift. The process of cultivating the right emotions is a practice. You may not always feel joyful or abundant, especially when external circumstances seem to suggest otherwise. But the key is to recognize that your emotions are within your control. Even if your present situation doesn't align with your desires, you can still choose to feel the emotion of having them. By making this choice daily, you build a habit of emotional alignment that makes your desires inevitable. The power of emotion extends far beyond just manifesting material desires. It influences every area of your life, from relationships to health to your overall sense of well-being. The way you feel about yourself and the world around you directly impacts what you experience. When you practice feeling positive emotions in every moment, you attract positive experiences. Your emotional state sets the tone for everything that follows. And so if you want to create a life full of love, success, and fulfillment, you must begin by generating those emotions within yourself, right now, in this moment. Ultimately, your emotions are the bridge between your thoughts and your reality. By mastering the art of feeling as if your desires are already yours, you unlock the gateway to limitless creation. The more consistently you feel your desires, the more quickly they will manifest. Your emotions are the key that opens the door to the life you've always dreamed of. Detachment from the present circumstances is a crucial step in the manifestation process. So often, the very reason people struggle to bring their desires into reality is that they are too emotionally attached to the way things currently are. When you focus too much on your present situation, especially if it feels far from where you want to be, you inadvertently reinforce the idea that your desires are out of reach. This attachment to the present state of things is what keeps you locked in a cycle of lack, preventing the change you desire. Letting go of this attachment is essential for opening the door to new possibilities. The key to detachment is understanding that your present reality is simply a reflection of your past thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. The current situation you find yourself in is not a permanent condition. It's simply the result of past thinking. If you continue to focus on what is lacking or what isn't working in your life right now, you perpetuate that same reality. The law of attraction doesn't respond to the conditions of your current situation. It responds to the vibration you emit. When you allow yourself to become emotionally attached to where you are now, you limit the space for something new to enter. Detachment is not about resigning yourself to your current state or pretending that things aren't happening. It is about choosing to no longer let your current reality define you. Instead of seeing your present circumstances as fixed or permanent, recognize them as temporary and fluid. You must understand that nothing is set in stone and that the future is always available to you through the power of your thoughts and feelings. Lord, by releasing your grip on the present moment and the limitations you see around you, you free yourself to step into the reality you desire. This doesn't mean that you ignore the present or that you stop taking action in the world. What it means is that you stop allowing your emotions and thoughts to be dictated by the present circumstances. When you look at your bank account and see a low balance, for example, it's easy to feel lack. When you look at your job situation and see it as uninspiring or unfulfilling, it's easy to feel stuck. But if you want to change your life, you must stop seeing these things as fixed. You must train yourself to think and feel as if your desires have already been fulfilled. When you do this, the universe has no choice but to align your external circumstances with the inner state of being you are now embodying. Letting go of attachment also means resisting the urge to constantly check the results of your manifestations. People often check their bank accounts, relationships, or career prospects, waiting for signs that their desires are on the way. However, this constant checking only reinforces the idea that it hasn't happened yet, which in turn reinforces the idea of lack. Instead, you must choose to remain in a state of knowing that your desires are already manifesting, even if the physical evidence is not immediately visible. Detach from the need to see immediate results and trust in the process. The more you release your attachment to the outcome, the more quickly it will manifest. Another aspect of detachment is letting go of any resistance you may have to change. Many people subconsciously resist change because they're afraid of the unknown or because they feel that the status quo, however uncomfortable, is safer than the possibility of success. When you detach from the fear of change, you create space for new opportunities and experiences to flow into your life. You stop holding on to the past and begin to embrace the future. This is where true transformation happens, when you let go of the past and allow yourself to flow freely into the new, abundant life that awaits you. Detachment also involves releasing any need for approval from others. Often people feel trapped in their current reality because they seek validation from others. They may feel the need to explain their goals or justify their desires to family, friends, or colleagues. But when you detach from the need for external validation, you empower yourself to move forward with confidence. You trust that your inner vision is enough and that the universe will align with your desires, regardless of others' opinions or beliefs. I have faith. By practicing detachment, you become free. You are no longer bound by the limitations of the present moment or the opinions of others. You are in full control of your emotional state, and you know that your desires are already on their way. The power to create lies in your ability to release attachment to your current reality and embrace the new possibilities that the universe is ready to bring you. Then you become in love with faith in the unseen is the cornerstone of manifestation. It is the unwavering belief that the visible forces of the universe are already working on your behalf, even before you can see any evidence of it in your physical reality. Faith is what bridges the gap between your desires and their physical manifestation, and that is why it is the knowledge that the seed you plant in your mind through thought, imagination, and feeling is already growing, even if the external world is not yet caught up with your vision. Without faith in the unseen, you limit the power of your thoughts and emotions to create lasting change. When you truly embrace faith in the unseen, you understand that reality is not bound by the limitations of the physical world. Everything that exists in the material world was once an idea, a thought, or an emotion in someone's mind. The chair you're sitting in, the car you drive, the phone you use, these were all once invisible, intangible concepts in someone's mind. It was through the belief in the unseen that these ideas materialized into the world. You must adopt the same belief in your own ability to manifest, even when the evidence of your desires is not yet visible. Faith in the unseen means choosing to believe in your dreams, despite any external evidence to the contrary. When you encounter obstacles, doubts, or delays, it is easy to feel discouraged or question whether you are on the right path. However, true faith is steadfast. It is the trust that what you desire is already in motion, even if you cannot see it yet. Your faith must be unwavering, just like the roots of a tree that grow deep underground before the tree ever reaches the sky. Your dreams are taking shape in the unseen world of thought, and even though you cannot see them yet, they are beginning to form and gather strength. One of the most powerful aspects of faith is that it allows you to let go of a need to control the how and when of your desires. The universe has an intelligence far beyond what you can comprehend, and when you trust in the unseen, you surrender the need to figure everything out. You trust that the right opportunities, people, and circumstances will appear at the perfect time. By letting go of the need to control every aspect of your journey, you open yourself up to receiving what you need in ways that are often better than what you could have imagined. And now, I would like to introduce you to one of my friends. In moments of doubt, faith is what keeps you anchored. It is the trust that the universe is working in your favor, even if you cannot see it yet. Often, we are conditioned to believe only in what we can see, hear, or touch. But the most powerful forces in life are those that are invisible: love, thoughts, intentions, and the energy that flows between us all. By focusing on the unseen forces that are aligning to bring your desires to fruition, you begin to change your perception of reality. You shift from a mindset of limitation to one of infinite possibility. Faith in the unseen is also about being patient and understanding that everything unfolds in perfect timing. You do not need to rush or force things to happen. When you believe that your desires are already in motion, you can relax and enjoy the process of creation. Instead of looking for immediate results, you remain centered in the knowledge that the universe is conspiring in your favor, even if you cannot yet see the physical manifestation. This faith allows you to remain calm, composed, and focused on your vision, knowing that everything is happening as it should. True faith requires you to trust not only in the unseen forces of the universe, but also in yourself. You must have faith that you are worthy of receiving your desires and that you have the power to create your reality. You must trust in your own abilities, strengths, and inner wisdom. When you hold this deep trust, the universe aligns with you, and the energy of your faith becomes a magnet for the experiences, people, and opportunities that will bring your desires into form. The more you practice faith in the unseen, the more you begin to see evidence of it in your life. Your trust in the invisible world gives rise to manifestations in the visible world. The more you believe, the more your reality shifts to match your belief. Faith is not just a passive hope that things will work out. It is an active force that shapes your life. By embracing faith in the unseen, you align yourself with the flow of the universe and open yourself up to infinite possibilities. The unseen world is not separate from you. It is an integral part of your reality. And when you believe in it fully, you bring your desires into being. And gratitude is a transformative force that accelerates the manifestation process. It is the highest vibrational state you can occupy because it aligns you with the energy of abundance and opens you up to receiving even more. Gratitude isn't just about acknowledging the good things that already exist in your life. It is about recognizing that the universe is constantly giving, and in doing so, you open yourself to receive more. And when you practice gratitude, you tap into the flow of the universe and unlock the potential for unlimited blessings to enter your life. This isn't just a polite emotion or a passing feeling. It is an energetic state that propels your desires into the material world. When you express gratitude, you align yourself with the frequency of abundance. Abundance is not just about material wealth, but it extends to every area of life: health, love, opportunities, joy, and more. Gratitude is the gateway to receiving all of it. It signals to the universe that you are ready to receive more of what you already have. If you are grateful for what you have now, whether it's a small or large blessing, you are signaling to the universe that you are ready for more. This is because gratitude amplifies the energy of what is already present, and by doing so, it attracts more of the same frequency into your life. To truly manifest your desires, you must cultivate an attitude of gratitude at all times, regardless of your current circumstances. It's easy to be grateful when things are going well, but true power lies in being grateful even when things seem challenging or uncertain. The key is to focus on what is working rather than what is not. When you shift your focus from lack to abundance, you create space for more to flow into your life. For instance, if you are in a difficult financial situation, instead of focusing on the lack of money, focus on the abundance of other areas in your life. Perhaps you have a loving family, good health, or an opportunity to learn and grow. When you find things to be grateful for, no matter how small, you shift your energy into alignment with the abundance you seek. Gratitude is also a powerful tool for shifting your emotional state. It's easy to get caught in negative thought patterns or emotions, especially when external circumstances don't reflect your desires. However, when you intentionally focus on what you are grateful for, you change your vibration. And gratitude is like a reset button for your emotional state. It pulls you out of fear, worry, and lack, and brings you into a space of peace, contentment, and positive expectation. When you make a habit of practicing gratitude daily, you begin to rewire your brain to focus on the positive aspects of life rather than the negative. Another important aspect of gratitude is that it is a form of surrender. When you express gratitude, you are acknowledging that everything you have and everything that is coming into your life is a gift from the universe. This creates a sense of trust and surrender, which is essential for manifestation. When you are grateful, you stop trying to force things to happen and instead trust that everything you desire is on its way to you. Gratitude is the ultimate form of surrender because it is an acceptance that the universe has already provided everything you need. This act of surrender releases the resistance that often blocks the flow of manifestation. Gratitude also magnifies the power of your intentions. When you combine your desires with genuine gratitude, the energy becomes much more powerful. Think of it like adding fuel to a fire. The more gratitude you feel, the brighter and stronger your desire becomes. The universe responds to the intensity of your emotions. And when you pair deep gratitude with your desires, you send out a signal of certainty and belief that what you want is already on its way. When you express gratitude for things that haven't yet materialized, you are tapping into the energy of already having it. This is a powerful technique for manifestation. When you express gratitude for something before it arrives, you are aligning yourself with the frequency of that thing. And this act of pre-thankfulness speeds up the manifestation process. You are essentially telling the universe, I know this is already on its way, and I'm thankful for it now. Gratitude is a practice that brings immediate results. It is one of the quickest ways to raise your vibration and change your energy. When you feel grateful, you are energetically aligned with the abundance of the universe. This alignment creates a powerful magnet that attracts your desires. By making gratitude a part of your daily routine, you set the stage for miracles to unfold in your life. As you continue to practice gratitude, you will begin to notice that life flows more effortlessly, opportunities arise, and your desires manifest with greater ease. Gratitude is not just a tool for manifesting, it is a way of living that transforms your entire reality. Visualization is a potent technique that allows you to mentally rehearse your desired outcomes, creating a deep emotional connection with them before they manifest in the physical world. It is more than just daydreaming. It is the art of vividly imagining and mentally experiencing your goals as if they are already true. When you visualize your desires with intensity and clarity, you create a tangible reality in your mind which sends powerful signals to the universe that you are ready to receive what you want. The clearer and more detailed your visualization, the stronger the emotional connection you create with your desires, which increases the likelihood of them manifesting into your life. Here we go. The process of visualization works because the subconscious mind cannot differentiate between real and vividly imagined experiences. When you mentally experience your desires, your subconscious accepts them as truth. This leads to changes in your thoughts, behaviors, and actions, all of which align with your goals. In essence, your inner world directly influences your outer world. By visualizing your goals, you program your mind to recognize opportunities, overcome obstacles, and act in alignment with your desires. You begin to see yourself as someone who has already achieved what you want. And this shift in self-perception is one of the most powerful steps in the manifestation process. Visualization helps you bypass the limitations of your current circumstances. Your present reality may not yet reflect your desires, but when you visualize, you enter a world of unlimited potential. You become detached from the restrictions of your physical environment and step into the energy of your desired outcome. You no longer see yourself as a person who is striving for something, but as someone who already has it. The act of seeing your desired reality in your mind's eye allows you to embody the feeling of already having it, which accelerates the manifestation process. The more you mentally rehearse success, abundance, or fulfillment, the more your external world begins to rearrange itself to match that vision. To make visualization more effective, engage all of your senses. See the images in your mind as vividly as possible. Imagine the colors, the details, the movement. Hear the sounds, smell the scents, and even feel the emotions associated with achieving your desires. The more real you make the experience in your mind, the more it becomes ingrained in your subconscious. This sensory-rich experience not only strengthens your emotional connection to your desires, but also creates neural pathways that prime your brain for success. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a real experience and a detailed visualization. So the more you immerse yourself in this mental imagery, the more your brain will begin to believe that the desired outcome is already on its way. One of the most effective times to practice visualization is just before falling asleep or right after waking up. These moments are when your subconscious mind is most receptive, as it is not yet distracted by the day's thoughts or worries. In these moments, you can create a powerful mental image of your ideal life and allow it to sink deeply into your subconscious. This also helps you to maintain a positive emotional state throughout the day, as the first thoughts of your day will be centered on the feelings of success, abundance, and joy that come with achieving your goals. Another important aspect of visualization is the emotional intensity that accompanies it. You must not only see your desires, but also feel them as if they have already come to fruition. The feeling of having achieved your goals is what fuels the manifestation process. When you visualize, evoke the emotions of gratitude, excitement, joy, and pride, as if you are already living the life you desire. The more intense and authentic these emotions are, the more you activate the power of the law of attraction. When your emotions are in alignment with your thoughts, you send out a magnetic signal to the universe that pulls your desires toward you. It is important to note that visualization should not be done with the expectation of immediate results. Trust the process and know that your mental rehearsal is preparing you for the physical manifestation of your desires. Sometimes the universe works in subtle ways to align the conditions needed for your goals to come to fruition. However, when you remain consistent in your visualization practice, you develop a deep trust in the process, knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly, even if it is not immediately apparent. Patience and faith are key components in making visualization a successful manifestation tool. As you continue to practice visualization, you will notice a shift in your thoughts, behaviors, and circumstances. You will begin to recognize opportunities that were once hidden, feel more confident in your abilities, and attract people and situations that align with your desires. Visualization is not just about creating a mental image. It is about becoming that image, embodying it fully, and living it as if it were already true. When you make this mental rehearsal a consistent practice, the universe has no choice but to bring your desires into your physical reality. In conclusion, the secret to feeling it before you have it lies in your ability to tap into the power of your thoughts, emotions, and imagination. By embracing the techniques of visualization, gratitude, and faith in the unseen, you align yourself with the frequency of your desires and begin to manifest them with greater speed and ease. It's not about waiting for external circumstances to change. It's about shifting your internal state to match the reality you want to create. When you feel the emotions of already having your desires, you activate the creative forces of the universe, which work tirelessly behind the scenes to bring your dreams to fruition. Manifestation is not a passive process. It requires active participation through belief, feeling, and consistent alignment with your desires. You are the creator of your reality, and when you trust in the unseen, practice gratitude, and vividly visualize your dreams, you set the stage for their realization. Remember, the universe is always listening, and your ability to feel your desires as if they are already here is the key to unlocking the life you always imagined. The power is within you to manifest anything you desire. Believe, feel, and it will be.